Hello and welcome back. I am Aries Bane, and today we are going to be talking about off healers. Well, I call them off healers. They're not really off healers. They're considered utility healers, and yeah. Anyway, we're gonna jump straight into it. We're gonna talk about who these utility and off healers are, so that you guys can have a more of an understanding of what I'm on about. So your off healers are Brigitte. Everybody calls her something different. I call her Brigitte. Use your name for her. Insert name here. Then we've got Lucio, which is one of my all-time favorite healers. I like him. I like healing with him. He's fun. You can bop people off the map. Lots of fun. Push an entire team off. Really cool. And then you've got Zenny Boy. Now, Zenyatta. Right, let's talk. We'll start with Zen. Okay, but before we start, a utility healer. A utility healer is very effective at healing the entire team all at once, right? So Brigitte has her ult that heals and armors the entire team that's in her circle. Lucio has got his ult that pops the whole team, gives them 1000 HP. Here we go. It fades very quickly, but it's the entire team. Zenyatta, his ult, the entire team, immortality. He's received a number of freaking nerfs lately, but that's Zenny Boy. Okay, but we're going to start with Zenny. Now, Zen is a very effective pushing healer, okay? The reason I say that is because you do not want to get shot by a Zen. A Zen hurts. Doesn't matter who you are, if a Zen shoots at you and he shoots at your head, it hurts. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to know that Zen is shooting at you. His healing orb is very good because they can pass through shields. A lot of the other heals, the moment a shield's in the way, you can't heal anymore. Zen can chuck his healing orb on somebody through an enemy shield. It doesn't matter. His heal will hit you. Then he's also got his orb of discord. Now, the orb of discord is very effective at ruining a tank's day. Okay, you can't throw his orb of discord through an enemy shield. That would just be unfair. So you have to target people that aren't behind shields. But anybody that's got that on is going to melt, considering if your team has good DPS or not. So he's not very good at healing a lot. He does not have a lot of healing. I think it's like 25 HP. So his healing is not effective. He cannot be a main healer because he cannot heal that much, right? We spoke about the main heals in the last video. We'll leave the main healers in the last video. We're not going to touch on them again. So his healing is more for taking off like tick damage and just topping up the rest of the team. He is a support hero to your main heals. That is his role. As a Zen, you are to annoy the enemy team, throw your discord orb, and just make sure that you are healing the heroes that the main heal is missing. So let's say, for instance, you're in a big fight, the main healer is busy doing his groove there in the front, and people are starting to lose a bit of HP in the back. That is Zen's job. Keep them up, boost them back up to 100%, or help the main heal to focus the heals on whoever the main heal is healing, because there's generally a good reason why they focus in one person. A team in the lower ranks, so silver, gold, plat, diamond. Yes, those are low ranks in Overwatch. They are going to be focusing more on individuals. So, say for instance, a team dive comes. The mind of the enemy team is going to be looking for that one guy they can pick off. Generally, it'll be a tank. If your team can counteract that by keeping that one tank alive and picking off the people that dive, because I've not seen it very often that a team dives correctly. They sort of dive in this drips and drabs instead of coming in as an entire unit. Because it's very difficult when an entire team lands on you to know who to attack, who to heal, who to discord. So them coming in little waves, that's easy for any team to counter. If you have a team that dives as a team, it becomes a bit more tricky. Not undoable, but it does become more tricky. So in that sense, Zen is a very good support hero to a main heal, right? He can keep the guys up. He can help the DPS do more damage by discording the people that the DPS are focusing on. So if a Roadhog comes and he rushes at you, you can throw your orb of discord on him. You can throw your healing orb on whoever he hooked, and you guys should be able to counteract that. A good tank to have with is a Zarya, because if a Roadhog hooks somebody, your Zarya throws a shield bubble on the person that he hooked. She's going to get more damage. The other person's going to stay alive, and Zen can heal them up. And then all that damage that Zarya has now built up is going to smack Roadhog in the face. And with the Discord orb on him, it's really going to hurt. A good combo also with Zen would be Anna. Anna is actually a very good combination with Zen. But you need two healers that understand each other very well for that combo to work, because that is very practiced for that healing setup to work. Now, a healer that is very, very, very user-friendly, very new-friendly would be a Lucio, right? Now, a Lucio, he's got two things that he does. He's got a heal, and he's got a speed boost. Now, the speed boost is very effective for moving your team around the map, but it is also... it's good to get your team out of a pinch. But it's also... I think he would not benefit from using another ability, but I think if there could be a little buff on that speed boost, you know, the duration of it. Because a lot of the times you get your team just out of the shit, but the other team's still chasing. Where if you just had that little bit more boost, you could get your team further away from where the problem is, so you can get heals up and you could actually face music, you know? Because it's Lucio. Let's just put that in a little nutshell. His heal is very effective at keeping the entire team up. His one ability allows him to boost. You know, he takes, I think it's called volume up, or sound up. He's got a boost. Now, when that happens, his healing and everything just doubles. So he heals at, I think, 45 when this boost is going. So you can bring up an entire team quite rapidly. He's also good with pushing people off points. So say, for instance, a diva dives onto point, or she throws her ult onto point, you can, with a Lucio, push her ult away from your team. Which is quite cool. I mean, you can do that with a Roadhog. There's actually quite a few things that you can pull her ult away with. It'll probably kill you to do it, but one person dies instead of an entire team. That is a good trade. A tank dying for it, however, is not a good trade. You can rather lose a DPS than a tank. Because the funny thing is, in Overwatch, DPS thinks that they are everything. Look, if you have shit DPS in a game, you're not going to have fun. It's not going to be enjoyable, but you could win. Whereas if you have bad tanks and heals, that's a GG. You can rather go and play solitaire. But other than that, Lucio is very user-friendly. He's noob-friendly. So working with him, you'll get how he works, his vibe, and his ult is a lifesaver. A lot of people, what they do is they'll combo Zarya with a area of effect ult. So a Pharah ult, a Reaper ult, a Doomfist ult, a Genji ult, a Junkrat ult. All of these ults can be countered by Lucio. Because if Lucio pops his ult inside the Zarya orb, you're going to be fine. You'll survive. But you need to do your timing right, because if you don't do your timing right, you're not going to survive, because you're still not going to have enough HP to absorb the damage that's going to come in from that ult. So, moving swiftly from Lucio, we've got Brigitte. Now, when Brigitte came out, I mained her for 2 seasons? No, about 2 seasons that I mained her. That is pre-roll queue. So, she is ridiculously effective at annoying the enemy team. Very, 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 very effective. She's also good with pulling focus. So if you in a team game and you'll see you fighting, and there's somebody that's calling shots, the moment a brigade shows her face, you're going to hear the call out, target the brigade, because she's got this ability of just being a major pain in the ass. So that is, yeah. So she's got a shield. It's only got 200 HP, so nothing like, wow. It used to be 400. That's very fucking annoying that I broke her like that. I guess she was a bit OP. So I get why the nerf happened. She's got her heal, which is if you're on full health, it gives you armor. If you're not on full health, it gives you health over time. I think she's... No, yeah. Anna is the only one that when she hits you, that HP hits you in like 0.5 seconds. You've got that HP. Where everybody else is going to be overtime. Mercy's overtime, Lucio's overtime, Zenyatta, all of them is healing overtime. It's not just there's HP. That's why Anna is such an effective main healer, but let's not talk about that. So she's got a shield that she can do a charge with that is a stun. So very effective. If a Reaper comes and dives on you guys and he goes in his Reaper spiral, you can charge him, knock him out of his ability. If a Moira is coming around the corner with her big major beam throwing a dick on everybody, you can stun her and end her ult. So she is very, very good with harassing. She is completely utility, right? Her armor that she gives can save your life. It can literally save the other team's life. She's got a heal over time that happens when she lands her ability. So if she hits with a shield, she gets a bit of healing. If she hits with her, because she's got a mace, so she's got this mace smack that she does, that it shoots out almost like a Roadhog hook, but instead of hooking, it pushes. That's what it does. Gives her healing over time in a small little area around her. So she is very, 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 very good at utility. Her ult is one of the best ults to dive with. So if you're busy pushing a team and the team's like, yeah, no, that you're battling because you just can't break the donkey's back. Brigade's ult with your push, with say for instance like a Lucio ult on top of that, or a Mercy ult coming in and just boosting everybody's damage, that is really going to ruin another team's day, because you will have the HP and shields and tank and all of that to break any team. Done correctly, you will win. Unless they have a Bastion. Bastion, when I get onto my DPS and who's main DPS and what's hit scan, projectile, all of those fun things, when we talk about the DPS, Bastion's my boy. He is very, 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 very good at annoying teams, but that another video. So Brigade is very good at utility, like I said, and her ult is very effective. It is one of those panic ults. Hit it in a panic, you're gonna survive. Same with Lucio's ult, panic ult. Zenyatta's ult, panic ult. Where all the main healers are not. They are not panic ults. Do not spam their ults just because you can. Unless you're in one of those team fights where it's just fighting permanently and you're getting like 5 ults in like 2 minutes. Then spam it all you want. That's fine. Go for it. But her ult is definitely a panic ult. The same with Zenyatta and the same with Lucio. If you're in a pinch and you see shit coming, hit that ult. You will more than likely survive. And your team around you will thank you for it because they'll survive as well. People like Brigitte and Lucio and Zenyatta, you got to be very aware of how far your ult reaches. It doesn't help you pop your ult and only one person is standing inside of it. There's no use of it. The same with Lucio's ult. If you pop his ult and you're not covering your team, it was a wasted ult. It was a failed ult. Don't do it. Right? Because that ult that you pop on Lucio could be the difference between winning a team fight and losing a team fight. The same with Brigitte. That ult could win or lose a team fight. Now Zenyatta's ult, I left him for last for this, is what I like to call the Overwatch, yeah, penetration show, because you could have a team going and you guys are fighting in this massive team fight, and you guys know the next team that wins this team fight is going to win the game. And you see the enemy team's getting low, your team's getting psyched, the pushing's going, you know, people are dying, they're running back in because they want to get there to go and help, and then you see a Zen ult. And that's when all your hopes and dreams just fail. Right at that moment, it all dies. Because Zen's ult is basically immortality. He heals almost as much as your safe zone, you know, you're healing in your rooms. He heals almost that much, but out in the field, it doesn't last long. But there's nothing that can kill him. No Reaper ult, no Pharaoh ult, no Bastion ult, nothing. No Doomfist ult. Nothing can kill anybody standing inside that circle with Zenyatta. That is a GG ult. If used effectively, game over. You're going to win that team fight. If not used effectively, or they have a Zen, your Zen ult pops up, and then their Zen ult pops up, and yours wears out before theirs wears out, then that just becomes a shit show. But Zen ult, that is the epitome of a panic ult. You pop that thing when you see shit coming, you just go with it. Don't do anything else, just use that ult and run. That's what you gotta do. So that is your utility healers in Overwatch, in a nutshell. When I am going to do specified videos where I'm going to go through specific heroes and their abilities and effective ways to play them. Zenyatta is on that list. But if you guys have any questions about what I said, like I said in the first video, a lot of this stuff is stuff that I've learned from other players and from personal game experience. I mean, I've been playing the game for a while. I've looked around the internet for like proper explanations of who, what is, and what their role is in the overall game. And I can't really find effective tutorials. You know, you get a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is what they are, this is what they are." But as a new person, I mean, Overwatch 2 is around the corner. There's a lot of new players that's going to come. They're going to come and look for this sort of information, and it's just not going to be there. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to fix that gap. And like I said, if you have any questions, sound off in the comments. Let's have a chat. I am always more than willing to go and have a conversation with you guys because I think it'll be fun, you know? A lot of the stuff that I talk about, I put into practice when I stream, because I will be streaming Overwatch and all the other games that I am going to be talking about these tutorials and how to play them. So, yeah. But from me, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're new here, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of the Bane family. But until the next video, see you later. Bye-bye.